Hey everyone, this is Talks with Kenny, and here I'll be discussing why Florida isn't a swing state. So here, one of the main reasons I believe that Florida is no longer a swing state is because of the fact that Rob DeSantis has, by himself essentially, since he got voted in 2018, made this a lean right state. As you guys may remember about the parental rights and education bill, I don't call it that don't say gay bill because that's what that's Democrats' narrative semantics. They like to do. Like they want something to be true, so they project it onto any type of legislation or anything they don't agree with. So I reject that premise wholeheartedly. The whole commotion going on with the parents' rights and education bill when it got passed, that 61% of U.S. registered voters supported the language of the Florida's new parental rights and education bill, which banned classrooms instruction through third grade on sex and gender issues. How can you disagree with that? And he even by party lines, right? So I'm not going to repeat that because right now I'm just trying to prove my point. A poll found that 70% of registered Republicans agree with it. Of course, that's his constituents. 58% of independents, that's my group, we agree with this as well. And even in the Democrats, is a majority that also agrees with the language of the bill. Because when you take out the narrative, when you take out them trying to tell you what to think instead of how to think, because when they say don't say gay, they're trying to tell you what to think about the bill, right? Not what the bill is. So how they conducted this study is they just put the language of the legislation in front of someone and read it out to them and say, hey, do you agree with this or not? And 55% of Democrats say yes, right? This is why they have to cast narratives around things that Republicans or any of their opposition do, is because they don't want to risk the fact that someone on their side will agree with the legislation because they lose power that way. Right. With this key sentence from the legislation, classroom instruction by school professional or third parties on sexual orientation identity may not occur in kindergarten through third grade or in a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards. That was the language that was read out to the people in the study. While the law critics say it punishes children who bring up gender issues in classroom, the bill applies only to elementary school lessons. That means in general, in a broad sense, a teacher can't just sit down and say, we're not going to teach math today. We're going to teach about queer theory. No, they're not allowed to do that. They're not allowed to add it as part of their curriculum. And that was the whole premise of the bill. That's why I agree with it. I was like, yeah, like you shouldn't be talking to kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third graders about this stuff. This stuff is way too much for them. And then when we call them groomers, people who are for this, they're going to get mad. This is what casts the LGBTQ people in a bad light, is the fact that they're so mad about the fact that they can't talk to kids about sexual things. It gave us it gives a question mark on why are you so mad about this? Nobody can. Everyone's on the same playing field. That's what I like about Republicans. It's one way or not. Is everyone can do it or nobody can do it. If it's natural to be gay, why you don't care if you can't teach them something about it? GOP voters' edge in Florida keeps growing. So, as of this video in 2022, there are more registered Republicans in Florida than Democrats. Yes, you heard that right. There's more registered Republicans than Democrats, and I believe the independents like me, we have a slight edge over the Democratic registration as well. Florida's transformation into a red state continues to move. Florida's transformation into a red state continues to march forward. In the last few days, Agricultural Commissioner Nikki Fry, I don't like this lady, I'm sorry. I keep seeing her on Twitter. Every time I'm on Twitter, Florida trends keep popping up for me, and it's always her talking. Like, she's not going to be, in my opinion, I might be wrong about this, but she's not going to be Charlie Crist. She's not. To me, it's going to be Charlie Crist versus DeSantis, and DeSantis is going to destroy him by like 10 percentage points, 20 percentage points at most. To me, this guy got no chance. Inherently, Rob DeSantis from 2020, he cemented his governor status. I can't say anything else about the other Republicans in Florida, but for sure, DeSantis. I give DeSantis a 97% chance that he's walking out of here still governor of Florida. Because I'm voting for him. I'm an independent. I'm voting for him. And generic Republican already have an inherent advantage over a generic Democrat. Once you start putting names in there, it's like handing DeSantis a bazooka. He won with only 4,000 votes. I'll say yes, that's Rob DeSantis, the upstart. That's Rob DeSantis, the newcomer. You think you have the same margin against him this year? You're crazy. After COVID, after he essentially was a trendsetter, he left Florida open. All the other governors complied. Everyone, oh, this is the popular thing to do. All governors should do this to avoid criticism. He took a limb. He said, no, I see the data. I see it differently. We should do it this way. And people were calling him Death Santis, all this stuff. And then when those facts came out, New York had more death rates than he did because he was nuanced with his approach. He didn't just do, oh, I'm going to do what everyone else is doing so that way I save my ass politically. Rob DeSantis, he doesn't care about politics. He cares about getting things done, and that's one of the main reasons I voted for him in 2018. Thank God we didn't vote for the other guy. We saw how he turned out. But Rob DeSantis is about, hey, I'm trying to get something done. I don't care about politics. I don't care about none of that. I'm trying to get stuff done. That was part of the reason why he got into it with Disney. Because he's like, yo, you're not going to come criticize me and my state, what my constituents put me in office to do to protect their kids. And you're not going to condemn me or thinking you could run roughshod in our state. Special treatment and treating me this way. Get out. I invoke your tax status. Being urged, Nikki Fry has been urging her supporters who may be Republicans or independents to switch their registration ahead of August 23rd Democratic primaries so they can vote for her over rival rep Charlie Crist. Charlie Crist is going to destroy Nikki Fry. I don't know who told this delusional lady that she's going to win. I don't know. Hey, maybe she will win. Hey, I could be wrong. Anyway, look, I'm not scared to be wrong. That's a Democrat problem. I'm not scared to be wrong. Growing gaps. But the voters' registration numbers overall continue to show that Democrats are getting left far behind. It's just another data point on why Republicans are supremely confident that they will dominate the 2022 election in a state where President Joe Biden is struggling. Governor Rob DeSantis' approval ratings remains above water. Less than a year ago, it was just last fall that Republicans for the first time surged past Democrats in the number of active voters in the state. A milestone moment is how one GOP official described it, a byproduct of a sustained effort that has been pushed strongly by DeSantis. That's why it's delusional for Democrats to think that I just need 5,000 voters and I'll beat Rob DeSantis. Rob DeSantis was not proven at that point in 2018. He's proven now. There's no way you're beating him. There's no way. I don't even see it being close. And I think after 2022, after these primaries, after November midterm election, when Rob DeSantis win, it's gonna put all to bed that Florida's a battleground state, because it's not. Majority of people in the state, no matter what political party you are falling into, agree mostly what he did. Agrees with what he did. The only reason people don't like him is because of the narrative that their party pushes on them. This tribalism thing, right? I'm not like, oh, I already love the guy, but I like what he's doing. I'm a parent. He's for me. He serves my interests. I'm a parent. Hey, I'm gonna vote for him. The GOP has a good positioning here to be the parent party. I'm pro-life. He praised the Supreme Court justice. That's good to me. Someone who voted for him in 2018, that's a good thing for me. It may not be a good thing for you, Democrat. Independents can be convinced, and that's what makes us. That's why we're the most sought after voting group in all of America. The official division of elections record shows that Republicans hold a nearly $173,000 voting edge over Democrats. That was the number at the end of May, but unofficially it may be over 180,000. And it's expected that Republicans will take their voting registration advantage north of 200,000 this month. Trend lines. Democrats in the past have tried to suggest routine voting list maintenance and switching active to inactive voters is responsible for. So they trying to say the whole thing like, oh, Republicans are trying to throw out votes. They're trying to take people's voting rights away. It's not. And Rob DeSantis secure the voting process. I remember in 2020, we were the first ones done. Corporate media is a fascination with Florida, but it seems like they can't let go that Florida is no longer a battleground state. Like they're always going to be the last to know, in my opinion. I live here. I live in this state. I have Democrats that they don't vote for Rob DeSantis, but they can see where I'm coming from. And that's how it is here in Florida. Florida was a purple state from the begin with. But the way y'all acting, liberals, Democrats, there's no way in hell a purple state like Florida is going to go your way. There's no way. I already put out the claim that abortion is not that big of a deal in Florida like that. We have a 15-week ban right now. If Rob DeSantis decided to ban abortion, hey, go to another state. And we got more people coming here. And I believe majority of the people coming here are fleeing liberal states because they're actually conservative, right? But hey, I could be wrong about this. But hey, let me guys know what you think in the comment section below. Share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.